Well, I'm back. What's that saying? Connection locked, rotate device. Oh, I'm back. So I'm just going to wait till some people come in. So now that time it worked perfectly fine. I also wanted to come on and say I hope everything went good for John and Rhonda. I've been thinking about them all day. And I hope they're doing good. So I'm going to talk a bit about some stuff that I said a while back, and I meant it when I said that I want this to be over. Because I'm sick of it. And I'm sick of Darlene and their trolls or her peeps and the bullshit. People like that operate under intimidation. Now, I did catch some of Darlene's bullshit, and the only thing that's worth watching is when she was the last 7 minutes of her last show, where she's drunk out of her mind, and that's when the truth comes out a lot of the times, but not all the time. And if you listen closely, she basically lied about everything again. I think somewhere in the, somebody was telling me in the first part of the show, she said she went and spent time with some friend of hers, and she went here, she went there, and she was cooking a roast beef dinner. And well, if you listen to the last part of it, you'll see that she didn't do jack shit. All she did was dress in that god-awful outfit and got on YouTube to cause shit because Robin was mad. Her and Robin. You know, they always got to back each other up in their bullying. And that's all she did. When in reality, you listen to the last 7 minutes of her show, I think she's trying to use StreamYard or something. She tells everybody she went to the VFW. And in the beginning, she told everybody it was Gumdrop Mama, and that Gumdrop Mama called there, and blah, 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 blah. And then near the end, that last 7 minutes, she tells everybody that it was somebody calling there to verify times and dates of when she was there drinking and driving. So in other words, Darlene's being investigated for her drinking and driving. And that's exactly what Gumdrop Mama said. So what they're doing is what they should be doing. What their job is to investigate criminal activity. See, the only people that support drinking and driving are other people that drink and drive, or other people that do dope and drive. And there's a lot of them out there. And what they do is they, especially around Darlene's channel, is they try to bully you and make you believe that if you call the authorities concerning that, then you are harassing and cyberbullying. Absolutely not. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. If you're aware somebody is drinking and driving, somebody is going to get behind a vehicle or been behind a vehicle where they're absolutely shit-faced, that is exactly what you should do, is call the authorities. And if you can't reach the authorities, then you need, if you can possibly reach somebody that can, knows that person and can intervene, that's what you should be doing. And then, of course, Darlene lies and tries to say the dates are different and everything. Well, I posted on my post page where she was on LC's channel admitting to everybody that she was drinking and driving. And in Darlene's mind, it's just so common, it's not a big deal. And, you know, hey, she's admitted it. That's the most important thing, is she's admitted it. And she's sorry. That was Thanksgiving weekend. She could have wiped an entire family out. But people like Robin and the people that monitor in that channel are supporting her behavior. So what does that tell you? That tells you those people are the same. And then on top of it, they go out of their way to anybody that does the right thing and leave, you know, threatening messages in their inboxes under fake avatars and fake names, of course, but using intimidation or cyberbullying. There is nothing against the law to call the police on Darlene. There is, when she is like this, like that, there is nothing against the law or nothing wrong with contacting Marty when she is like drunk driving or cyberbullying or using her platform to harass and cyberbullying. That's exactly what people should be doing. Not worried that, oh, they won't be cool on the internet, or they, you know, that, oh, that somebody like Robin is going to go to the FBI. Fuck the FBI. I said that a long time ago. Anytime any of those losers want to go to the FBI or whatever the fuck you got going on, be my guest. Because it was all bullshit. None of it was real. If the cops ever called me, all I would do is send them that video. If the cops ever called Mike, all Mike would do, well, she's got so many videos. There's videos of her calling Mike, harassing him. Those people in Darlene's channel that supported her doing that are just as bad as she is. And you should not be intimidated by them. But, like I said, it would happen sooner or later. The cops would get tired of coming, and they would eventually start taking action. Now, they have that video in their possession. Has that video in its possession. I don't know whether the VFW hall does or not. I know the Brahma Bull does, because they accused me of sending it, and I didn't. And Darlene still, I don't think Darlene, that there's traffic cameras, there's variety store cameras. So anywhere that she drove by on those nights, because that video is time-stamped, they will have an evidence to prove that she was actually in her vehicle. And they're doing what they should be doing. They're investigating a drunk driver. Not only a serial drunk driver. And her husband, Marty, is no better. He gets out on that boat drunk, drinking. Not like I don't know what the laws are down in Florida, but you can't even drink on a boat up here unless you have a bathroom in it. And your captain can't be drinking at all because it's very dangerous. So I really don't give a shit what YouTube thinks of me or what if I have friends on the internet. Good God, that's the most craziest thing. I do care if somebody is in real time in front of me drunk and admitting they're drunk, they just got done drinking and driving. I do care about that because that is a criminal act. It is a felony. It is against the law, and they should not be doing it. It's no different than, half the people in jail, oh, well, if some, you hear guys in jail say all the time, well, man, when, that son of a bitch, he messed with the kid. You don't hit a woman, man. When he gets in here, we're going to beat them all up. Well, those are criminals too. In reality, they're no better. So no, I don't, like, even if you were to call, say, Darlene, Marty's sister, or a family member, whatever, concerning Darlene's behavior, nothing wrong with that. You're protecting other people. You're protecting potential children. You're speaking up about a crime. But yet these people on YouTube that are so fucked in the head, you're ratting them out, man. Well, fuck them. That's what I've got to say about that. So no, I'm an absolute, like I always said all along, I was not the unknown caller. And I wasn't. And I kind of knew who it was, but I wasn't 100% sure, and it's not my business. But the rest of what Darlene does, I don't give a flying fuck. I don't care whether she drinks herself to death on camera. I don't care whether her Marty and her fight constantly. I don't care whether those towheads that, come into her channel and go, "Hi, Dar. You're so nice." I'll tell you, they wouldn't be saying that if it was one of their grandchildren or family members that got ran over by the bitch. So yeah, you can watch it. It's the last 7 minutes of her last show on YouTube. If if you listen to that, Dar's being investigated. And if that's the case, good for you, Gumdrop Mama. You know, I truly hope they make internet more restricting because it needs to be. And I know everybody's like, well, why don't you just turn her off and not watch her? Because she's talking about me all that. She's bringing my name up constantly. Because I can't stand to look at her, how fucking ugly she is. It grosses me out. I mean, we're all getting older. But Jesus Christ, she's a mess. So anyway, I also put on a little video, a little reel on my shorts to put up to show you something. Dar's big story that she's told for years about taking care of her mother. I've watched my mother I cared for my mother. I was the one who watched my mother for 25 years die. As the earliest that I known her mother to be in, proven by picture, in a care home is 2011. So how in the hell could Darlene have been watching her mother for 25 years? Caring for her mother? No. Darlene was living with her mother Darlene's mother family made a decision to put her in a care home somewhere around 2011, maybe a bit earlier. And she stayed there. She went to hospice at the end. She died at 97 years old. And Darlene herself, because she's drunk and she forgets, she's told that story that that the day her mother died, she was at home drunk and she got a phone call. Though she keeps changing it to, I was with my mother right till she died. That's a lie too. And there's plenty of pictures of her brothers, her sisters, visiting her mother in the care home. And you know when you see you know what Darlene has most of her in? Taking her mother out for lunch or dinner. And I'll tell you what that's all about. Darlene has to go somewhere where she can drink. And I've known alcoholics who do shit like that where they, what probably really happened, it was probably she would go to the nursing home, pick her mother up, come on, I'll take you out for dinner. Her mother paid for everything while Darlene drank. But then when Darlene tells it, she was taking care of her mother. So that little video I put up is Darlene's mother's 93rd birthday, and she is in a care home. And I can put up, well, that was 2019. And in 2020, 19, and 2011, I've got pictures of her mother being in a nursing home. So you explain to me how Darlene was her caregiver. And Darlene's mother had her own home until she went into a care home. So it's all of it, every last bit of it is a lie. I actually also have pictures of Darlene on several social media platforms trying to start up a channel. And she called herself Dar from South Florida back then. So that whole story about Kathy making up the name and all that, that's not true. You can go back to 2013 and Dar was on all these obscure social platforms trying to get a channel going. Everything about Dar is lies and bullshit. Everything. And Robin must know that. And then Robin likes to say, well, it's just, she's doing it just for fun. Okay, well, what kind of person does that make you, supporting a drunk driver, calling yourself a good grandmother and a good caregiver, and here you are on YouTube supporting a drunk driving, lying old alcoholic bitch. You're the same, Robin. Oh, and I mean, this is for you, Robin. I see you've discovered AI. Well, I'm going to tell you something right now. Those AI programs you're using, the one I use, the really good one, that is a program that costs over $1,000. I don't even know a tenth of the features on that particular program. So, in order to do videos like the ones I do of you licking little feet and all that, you better be ready to dole out about 1,000 because that's what it costs. That shit that you're using, what is it, Messenger or I think it's I don't know. It's crap. So if you're gonna get into the AI game and use AI to develop your channel, you're gonna have to upgrade your equipment and applications. And where that is, that's not on my computer. That's when I'm up north. So good luck, Robin. I wish you all the success. So yeah, I wanted to point that out to you guys that the whole thing, that whole story she tells about taking care of her mother for 25 years. Nope, I can show you absolute proof that that's bullshit. She'd go to visit her mother in the nursing home. She would take her mother out for lunch or whatever, but I guarantee her mother paid for it, and Darlene sat there drinking. These are things alcoholics do. They have to know that they can have access to booze. And if they can't afford it, drug addicts and addicts will use anybody, including their elderly mother in a nursing home, to provide them with alcohol. If I said any more on that subject, I mean, I've got my opinions, but that's all they are, is opinions. So Darlene can keep doing whatever, keep come on her show mentioning my name over and over again. She's almost tanked her show. And she's got so many people reporting her at this point. And YouTube changes their channels like no tomorrow, or their policies like no tomorrow. Eventually she will be gone, and I know that. But if Drunkter or her peeps think they are going to bully, cyberbully, or threaten me into being silent, you fucked with the wrong one. And anytime you want to use your ChatGPT Google lawyer bullshit to attempt to do it, bring it, bitches. Because it gives me a good laugh. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to let you go. And tomorrow's going to be a beautiful day here anyway, it says. And I hope it is in your area. As soon as I get off here, I'll think of something else to say. That's the way it always goes. And I hope you all have a good evening. Take care. Don't let the cyberbullies fuck with your head. Don't let them go into your review boxes, come to your channels, try to intimidate you. They're trash. That's all they are, is fucking YouTube trash. And I'll talk to you later. Bye now.